Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shuffle Podcast. This is episode 76. We're the Cookery Shuffle guys. I'm Joe.
I'm Dave.
And we are joined once again by our side host, Sara Bayles. Welcome back, Sarah.
Hello,
Glad to have you again.
Yeah, of course.
No claps needed.
No claps needed. Yeah, you're a regular now.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But it has been, 2 weeks? We've had two guests since you were last on, if I remember correctly.
I think so. It sounds right.
Yeah. So, catch us up. What's happened in the 2 weeks? You got anything crazy that's been going on in the past 2 weeks? Jesus Christ.
Nothing crazy, and I'm thankful. I crave dull. Like, I've had enough crazy between 2020 and the start of 2021 that dull the past 2 weeks, fine by me.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy really happened. I just got back from visiting my boyfriend. I drove home at 4 a.m. yesterday to go right to work. That started at 8:30.
Oh my Lord.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it's not the best, but do what you gotta do.
I guess, yeah, make it work. That's all that
He has
really
his
matters.
cousin's bachelor party this weekend, and then Mother's Day is next weekend. So I was like,
true.
I'll just come up during the week. So I got my hair cut. You can't really tell because
Nope,
I'm
looks exactly the
same.
Yep. How much did you get cut off?
Like 2.5 inches.
That's like
a decent amount.
I feel like the 2.5 inches is always under the camera frame, so we just never see it.
That's fair,
true.
Yeah. It looks
That's
exactly
very fair.
the same.
It's dyed a little darker. I don't know if you can tell, but again, it's okay.
Yeah, it looks the same.
But no, nothing really other than that has really happened.
That's good. Hey, sometimes nothing is good.
Yeah. I agree.
For the drive from Massachusetts,
Dave,
right?
take the fucking sunglasses off.
No, I'm.
It's a whole look.
Yeah,
a whole look going on today.
If I had a white shirt, I could be looking like a Italian mobster.
Yeah,
I feel like with the pop collar. Anyways, interrupt my question.
Sorry.
So you left at 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you would work at 8:30.
Yeah.
Is it like a 4-hour drive and you legit just went straight to work?
I went home first. I went home first and worked from home like the morning half, and then I took my lunch and drove to the office to do my printing.
I wish I worked from fucking home.
Yeah.
Dave, you couldn't do your work from home.
No kidding. I mean, I couldn't.
If they sent you the mail to sort in your own living room, then yeah, you could do it from home. But
I do that. Just
toss
it in.
I don't think anything too crazy has happened. Are you all caught up on the past couple of episodes, Sarah?
Yes, so they're my drive to Massachusetts.
Right. So you know the stories that we've told in the past couple of weeks.
I do. There's one question I do always skip when it's talked about. Like I skip ahead because it freaks me out to listen to.
What question?
Wait. A question that we asked our past two guests.
Yeah, it's asked frequently on the podcast, and I skip ahead.
The goose or deer thing?
Yeah.
What are you, afraid of geese?
Wait, you don't like geese?
You don't like birds.
No.
I'm terrified of birds. Terrified. So whenever I hear you ask the question, I'm like, oh, I got at least like a good 7-15 second skips ahead of me right now.
Yeah.
I can't listen to it. It like my hand. It's all birds. But number one is geese. Like geese and turkeys.
So like you'd rather fight a deer?
My body hurts. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, you're fucked.
100%. These are terrifying.
The other day, there was a turkey on our farm, and
I'm pressing my 15-second skip button. I don't want to hear the story. I don't.
End of the story. Skipping forward, I just took my dog down there to see what she would do, and she honestly was like, I thought she saw it, but then I couldn't even see it, and it was deep farther away than we thought, and then eventually it just got up, flew away.
No.
What kind of dog do you have? Is it bigger or smaller than the turkey?
It's bigger.
It's a dog. It's not a little rat.
Oh my god, they're all dogs.
No.
That
You're
is a
telling
dog.
me that if I had a wiener dog, you consider that a dog?
Yes, that's a
No,
dog.
it's a wiener.
It's a dog. It's
A
in the
turkey could probably
name.
pick that thing up.
Yeah, turkey can murder a wiener dog.
What's the actual name of a wiener dog?
A Dachshund or a Dachshund? There's like 2 names. A Dachshund?
I think it's a dachshund.
I think it's
No.
Dachs. What's a Dutch hound? Are Dutch relatively small people?
Oh god.
This is a wiener dog.
This is a wiener dog.
So Dutch hounds and dachshunds. Yeah, that's a wiener dog. That thing is so weird looking.
Wait, Dachshund?
Yeah. Doxin. I have no idea.
They're the same thing. They have
Same
an
thing.
interchangeable name.
I think it's how you pronounce it.
You think
Oh.
What?
No way. There's a thing on Google that says meet a life-size Dutch hound up close, and you can click on it and put the dog in your room.
So it's like an AR sort of situation?
Yes. And you can do it with so many different types of dogs.
I did that with my monitors on Amazon.
Oh, nice. Damn.
They said, "You want to see it in your room?" I said, "Yeah, sure."
He's a German Shepherd.
Wow.
So what? You just like point it at the ground and just
shows you the size of it? Like how big is it compared to your bed or something like that?
I guess. Or
That's
just
pretty
to
cool.
like see how big it is. That's really cool. Learn something
get it
new.
laying down.
The
See how
internet,
much
you know,
room
it's
it's going to
truly
take up
incredible.
on your bed.
The reason I asked was because you're basically caught up on all our weird stories over the past couple of weeks since you've last been on. And I genuinely don't think I have anything from this past week that was like crazy. I'm trying to think. I didn't do much. I built, as you guys probably saw my Instagram story, I built Shannon that raised
cool.
garden.
Yeah.
I guess I had a weird interaction we went to Lowe's to buy the lumber for it. And I asked the guy, came up to us. We were like looking through like the internet to like see if I could find like at Home Depot if they had like a cheap saw to like cut all the wood, because the saw at Lowe's was down, so I couldn't get the wood cut for me. And Lowe's doesn't do rentals on their tools, so I had to figure something out without having to buy a saw myself because I didn't want to spend that much money. And so this guy comes up, he goes, "Can I help you guys?" While I'm just like on my phone. And I just go, "Oh, I'm just kind of like looking at some stuff." I'm like, I don't have a saw to cut any of this wood, and I wasn't really interested in buying one because they are expensive. And I have a very small budget right now. And he goes, "Oh, come on." And I go, "This guy's going to fucking try and sell me a saw now." And he goes, "Don't worry, I'm not going to break the bank." And I go, "All right." So I follow him, and I found a $40 saw, which is pretty, that's pretty nice. And he goes, "Plus, if you don't like it, you can return it after, you've built whatever you're building," knowing that it would only take me the day to build it.
Yeah.
And so that's the intention I have, is now the thing's built, I might return the saw, but also I really liked it, so I might keep it. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I have
just build more stuff.
I could. But the interaction that we had with this guy and his coworker is the weird part. So like we were talking, and he was like looking at the wood that I had, which wasn't a lot. It was, like 6 pieces of wood for this thing that I built. And he noticed that I had a couple of pieces that were, most wood now is pressure treated, meaning it like keeps itself weatherproof. And apparently it's not good to build something like a garden, for example, with pressure treated wood, because if you're going to be growing vegetables, wood used to be treated with arsenic, which if you consume arsenic is deadly. So don't grow your plants in arsenic treated wood. Wood nowadays is not necessarily treated with arsenic. It's still not ideal because like there's chemicals in it, but like it's not really harmful. And so this guy was sitting there telling me, he goes, "Yeah, you shouldn't really use this for like blah, 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 blah," and trying to like, mansplain something to another man. And I was like, "All right, whatever. Do you have non-pressure treated 1x6 pieces of wood?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I don't know where they are. I can help you find them." And he goes, so he's like talking to me, and he goes, "Well, technically I don't really work in this department." So he goes, "Hey John, there's nobody else around. Nobody for like, hundreds of feet. Nobody else around." And he goes, "Oh, give me 1 second. My coworker John knows." So he goes, walks out of Lowe's to find John. So like him just yelling, like John was just gonna poof appear, was like totally pointless. I was like, this is fucking asshole.
He didn't have a headset?
No, he was just like, hey John. No response. Nowhere, no John to be heard from. So he goes and gets this motherfucker John, walks in, no mask. An employee of the store, maskless. As he's walking up to us with the guy who is helping us. Now these guys, they're both very nice. You know, like they got the, like, they were, you know, personable. But as they're walking up to us, John, again, no mask. Not even like one, like a bandana around his neck, like he pretends to wear a mask. And these customers walk past him from the aisle over, and their masks are like down, but they see the employees, and they go to pull them up, and they see John not wearing a mask, and they go, do we not have to wear these? He goes, well, technically we all do, but John goes, but fuck that. I don't want to wear one of those. He goes, I've been written up 3 times, but I still don't wear one. And I go, oh, fuck, John. I go, just put the mask on. It's what, 6 hours of your day? Just put it on. So anyway, so he comes up. Shannon's freaking out because she's like you, Sarah, gets terrified of, you know, germs. So she's like freaking out next to me. I go, just relax, all right? They're just some fucking dudes, you know. Relax.
Just some guys being dudes.
Just some guys, some bros being dudes. So they come up, and John's trying to explain some shit to me, and he really doesn't even know what he's talking about. Because I'm just asking him, where's the 1x6 wood that isn't pressure treated that I can use to build my garden?
Just point him in that
direction. Just point me in the right direction. And he goes, well, actually, and I go, now he's going to try and sell me something. If you go into our garden section, which is on the opposite end of Lowe's, the lumber section over here, garden section over here, and outside.
All the way in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, He goes, if you go over there, we have he was trying to explain like these like brick things that they just started selling. They're brand new, they're pretty inexpensive, and they're on display right now. You can go and look at them. And basically like the boards slide into them, so there's it makes it all fit together really easily.
Okay.
And I go, okay, I guess it's worth checking out. And they walk away, and I'm like, thanks for your help. And I turn to Shannon and I go, do you want to check this stuff out? She goes, I mean, we can, but like, she goes, if it's new and on display, it's probably expensive. I go, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I go, we're fine with what we got here, because we were going to cover it in like a weed block tarp sort of thing anyway. So like, even if the soil was to come in contact with the wood, it was covered by a tarp essentially. So like the arsenic that there isn't used anymore isn't seeping through. So we just got the wood that we had. We walked out with our saw, our wood, our tarp, our fucking all this other bullshit, and built the thing. And I was like, we walked out. I go, and like the first thing I said was fucking John over here. And I was so annoyed. The only part of that story that really annoys me wasn't the fact that they tried to sell me stuff, or that they tried to explain what I was doing to me. It was the fact that he goes, hey, John, and there's no John around. Nobody's around to help.
Well, I figured he had an earpiece in, because usually, like, for some reason, when I feel like anybody with an earpiece that works in like a hardware store or whatever, they don't just go like, hey John, and say it in the microphone. They like look like their direction too.
Yeah,
like they're like, oh, I know he's in the break room and it's that way, but it's 50 yards
away.
But
it's like they gotta like make a scene about it. And
like, hey John, three pieces of wood to the counter, please.
And that's exactly what he was doing. Only no ear. I looked for an earpiece. He had nothing, and he had to go find John. So he just like wanted to say, "Hey, John," to be like, so John would be like, "Yeah, bud, what's up?" You know, like stick his head out of fucking my asshole. I was like, "Are you shitting me right now?" I don't even remember what this guy. I only remember John. I don't remember what the first guy's name was.
I mean, maybe he thought John was just next to him.
Maybe he thought John was around the corner helping somebody else out, but John was outside. With the trucks, because the only rentals that Lowe's does right now is trucks. You know, like, I don't know. He just said, I asked like one of the cashiers, but if they do any rentals. She goes, no, the only rentals we're doing right now are trucks and some other thing that like nobody would ever need to rent from Lowe's anyways. So I was like, we should have gone to Home Depot. 1, the wood's cheaper at Home Depot. 2, they always do rentals at Home Depot.
So, wood's expensive now.
Wood is expensive right now, but it is still cheaper at Home Depot than it is at Lowe's.
My boyfriend and I are building a
baseball bat.
No, golf range. Like one in his back. Like, have you ever been to a range? Like the driving range.
Yeah.
We're building like a net in his backyard.
Oh, like a chipping net?
So yeah, but like bigger and longer, so he can like drive balls off of a green.
Balls. Drive balls off of the green. Wow, that's a bold strategy.
I don't know what it's called. What the tee?
But it's just like a giant net, so he can just fucking.
But he wanted to build it out of wood, and I said,
"Well, and that's net out of wood is not going to work well."
That's what I said. I said, Joe, we can't build that out of wood. So I suggested PVC pipe. And that's what we went with. It was PVC
you could build it out of wood. I was making the joke that a physical net made out of wood wouldn't work.
Oh, no.
Bad joke. Did not receive well.
No. So we built it out of PVC pipe.
It's lighter for sure that way.
Yeah. And we bought the elbow joints and everything.
That's a lot cheaper than wood, too.
Yeah, it was. We had bought like 10 PVC poles, so.
Yeah. I was going to build a net with PVC pipe, but I was like, I don't feel like. Well, one, I was just going to buy a net and then put it on this one old swing set we had. But I don't know. It didn't happen. So either way, I just bought a tarp. And I bought rope because I was like, okay, I'll get rope. So then it was going to be in the backyard. So I got the rope so I could just kind of, pull it up and get out of the way. But so I just hung the tarp on this swing set, this metal swing set that we have. And my dad had these clips that could clip onto what held the swings up. And it worked perfectly. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to get it up? Like if you got to mow the grass, if the grass has to get mowed. And just sat there. I used it once, maybe twice, and then stopped using it. Then the wind ripped it, and then it sat there for a good while, and now it's off, and I don't use it. Yeah. And now I have 100 feet of rope sitting in my room in a bag that I'm like, okay, well, maybe this will come in handy at one point.
You never know when you need rope. It could serve any purpose, really.
You never know.
If it's good rope, but if it's strong rope, you could use it for shit.
I think it's nylon rope
nylon rope can do some
pretty sturdy
sometimes.
I also got like 50 yards of paracord too.
You know what I was looking at during quarantine that I thought would be really cool to put on the farm, Dave? I was looking at you know how like in the military, specifically the Air Force, still like on planes have like big cargo netting to like hold shit together. I was looking at those because I saw a TikTok of like somebody ordering those off Amazon and making a hammock out of them, and like just string it from like the trees or like in their like in the loft, and it's like that shit's sturdy, like that could hold a lot of weight. And so I was like, that would be really cool. And so I looked up for like a solid week. I was considering buying like cargo netting to just string up in the trees.
You live in Florida.
Yeah, but I was like, well, I'll move home eventually, right? That would be really cool. And I was like, this is stupid. Also, it's very expensive because it's some heavy duty shit.
But they I was thinking, I told Dad the other day with the shack on the farm. I forgot I said something. I was like, oh yeah, I'll move the shack to my house when I get my house.
Oh yeah.
He goes, no, I got equipment to put in there once you guys.
Yeah, that's what he told me the other day. I go, Dad, no. For my parties.
I was like, what could you fit in there? You could fit like one thing.
Yeah.
Depending, like you could fit maybe the lawnmower, both the lawnmowers, the pushing and the riding.
Yeah.
It's just a bitch, we got a weird door in there.
I got my first COVID vaccine the other day. That was fun, and it was an experience. So I went in. So Shannon and I went on the same day. We had this exact
How
is that
same an experience? I mean, obviously you're going to tell the story, but like all you got to do is get a shot.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be. Just a boop, shot in the arm. Go sit in the waiting room for 10 minutes until we know you're not growing a tail or dying, and we'll send you home.
Right. And
that's not at all what happened. So we get there, we stand in a short line, and we fill out the paperwork. which includes like, you know, our name, our next of kin if we die. But anyway, so he filled the paperwork, and the line was moving quickly. So they're like, if you want to finish your paperwork inside, there are some open seats. So we go, all right. So we go sit inside. We're not allowed to sit next to each other, even though we were standing in line next to each other. But they're like, sorry, like we do have to have the social distance. I go, that's fine. Shannon, however, freaking the fuck out. From the second we pulled up, she was having like a heart attack. So we get there, we filled the paperwork. I handed my paperwork. Now, I know that by me handing mine in first, I will get called first to get my shot first. And that's exactly what happens. I turn in mine. 5 minutes later, Shannon turns in hers. I get called 2 minutes after that. I look at Shannon. I just like have a smile on my face. Not that she can see it because I'm wearing a mask, but she knows. And she starts panicking. Full-blown panicking in the lobby of the doctor's office. She's just freaking out. And I go, Shannon, everything's going to be fine. Bye. And I just turn and walk away. And I go through the door, and the woman goes, because she said Mr. Sharkey, and she goes, would you like me to call you by your first name? I go, yeah, I don't give a fuck what you call me. I'm like, you're walking me to the next person. So like, she was literally like, would you like me to call you by your first name? I go, yeah, sure. She goes, all right, you're going to head down the hall to the nurse. I go, and didn't walk me all the way. She just sent me on my way. I go, you didn't even call me anything. So anyways, so that I walk to another person, and she goes, hi, you're going to go right into this room, and see, this is where the nurse is. I go, all right, thank you. Walk in, door gets shut. Nurse is sitting right there. She goes, have a seat in the chair. I go, awesome. I'm fine. I'm not afraid of needles. I enjoy getting shots. I don't enjoy it, but like, I'm not like terrified of needles or by any means. I'm just like, yeah, sure. Fucking prick me in the arm. I don't care.
My hands are getting clammier and clammier while you talk about this.
The nurse, fucking character. That's what she was. That's the best way I can describe her. She was a character. So her name was like Nancy or something. It was Nurse Nancy. And she is the epitome of the name Nancy. She just like, everything about her screamed, I'm an old woman. She wasn't even that old, but like she was older, probably like maybe 50s.
Wait.
What?
I said right.
Oh, I thought you said wait. And so she's just like, so I'm in there, and maybe it's because I was a little bit nervous, or maybe it's just because I was trying to like avoid any awkwardness, but I like kind of I'm like starting to crack jokes a little bit, trying to be a little bit funny, ease any tension in the room, because she was making things a little bit weird for me. So I was like a little uncomfortable by the nurse, not so much of the fact that I was about to get shot in the arm. And so I'm just like cracking jokes, being sarcastic with her, and she's dying laughing. I'm cracking this bitch up. And so we start talking, and she's saying this. I don't remember how the whole thing went. She goes, oh, okay. One thing she said, she's like, so the only shot we do, because this was through Disney, she goes, is the Pfizer shot. And I go, that's fine. I go, that's what all my friends are getting. That's what everybody that I know is getting. So, do me up. And she goes, so it's, pretty simple. We're just going to give you the shot. We're going to blah, blah, blah. And I go, so this is not the one that's going to give me a monkey tail. And she thought that was the funniest thing she's ever heard in her entire life. She could not stop laughing about that. And she goes, no, unfortunately, like that's not. I go, well, maybe I'm in the wrong spot then. I'm like, I came here for the monkey tail shot, and clearly this is not what you're offering me. So she's starting to get everything prepared. And I'm like looking at she asked me which arm I want to get it in. And I go, well, which arm is more popular? She thought that was funny. And she goes, well, sometimes left, sometimes right. I go, yeah, Nancy, no shit, there's only 2 options. You dumb bitch. So I was trying to get her to say, like, which arm has been done more today, because that's the one that I want.
She's cracking jokes, too.
So she's just like, well, sometimes left, sometimes right. I go, okay, well, I'm right-handed, so maybe let's go with the left. And she goes, that makes sense. I go, thanks. So she goes over, rolls up my sleeve, talks about my tattoo. I go, thanks. I explain it to her. And then I go, actually, I start explaining my fucking tattoo ideas. I go, actually, I want to get a whole sleeve of outer space. And she goes, yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I would like that. And I go, yeah, I'm like going to get like all the planets. I go, and the first person that did that tattoo gave me the idea of getting like a little alien or something, or an astronaut floating out in outer space. And she goes, I think you should get a nurse floating in outer space. I go, yeah, all right. So she rolls up my sleeve, starts cleaning the area, and she's like, so I'm just going to clean off the area with some, like, an alcohol rub and, like, get it all prepared for the shot. Like I'm not already watching. She goes, yo, you don't have to watch. I go, no, I want to. I go, I watch when I get shots. I watch when I get blood drawn. I go, I make sure that everything's on the up and up. Just to make sure you're not fucking anything up in my body. You know, I got to make sure the needle's going in right and you're not digging around in there or some shit, you know. So I tell her, I go, no, I'm going to watch. It's fine. So she goes, all right. So she, like, you know.
Yeah. We got it.
Boom. I didn't feel a thing. And, like, I was shocked because I usually, like, feel like a little poke. And this time didn't feel anything. Totally nothing at all. And she explains everything. And then she goes, all right, let me just make sure you're all set. So she starts typing up on her computer, like, making sure all my information's in there. And
doing okay, Dave? How you doing down there?
Okay, all the shot stuff is done now, Dave. So she opens up her laptop. She starts typing everything in. And her laptop just turns off. And she goes, oh, that's odd. And so she, like, takes out the charging cord, plugs it back in, turns the laptop back on, and she goes, I just want to make sure your information's in here still. Like, make sure we didn't, like, make sure you're in our system so we know that we actually gave it to you. I was like, all right, I want to make sure that I am registered as getting the first dose. And so she goes in, she goes, oh, no, it wasn't in there. And then her laptop dies again. I eventually realize the charging cord that she has in there is not the charging cord. She was not charging her laptop. She had this cord plugged into, like, a little box. And she would, like, turn the box on and off. And I, like, don't know what this box. It looked like a cable box, if I'm being honest. Like, it was not a power box by any means. And the charging cord was sitting right next to the one that she was using. So she was using the wrong thing. She was dumb. All the while telling me how she's known as Princess Nancy in the office. And I go, oh, that's so funny. And then she literally closes her laptop and shows me labeled Princess Nancy. And I'm like,
on her laptop.
I'm like, oh, it's official. Like, it's labeled on your laptop. Like, this is a thing. And it was just fucking stupid. So she goes and gets another laptop, fills out all my information. Now, mind you, I'm supposed to get the shot, get out of the room, go wait in the waiting room for 10, 15 minutes. So she goes, oh, I want to make sure I've got the right time so we know when you're allowed to leave here in case you're stuck in the room with me. So it had already been 5-ish minutes since I got the shot. She writes down the current time, 10:22 in the morning, sticks it on my leg. Well, I stuck it on my leg. She handed me the sticker. I stuck it on my leg. So I have to be there an extra 15 minutes after the 5 minutes that I was already there. So I'm like, fucking Jesus. Meanwhile, Shannon's blowing up my phone, freaking the fuck out. She goes, where are you? What's going on? What the fuck happened? I thought she hadn't gotten hers yet. And I go, oh, I didn't feel a thing. Shot's totally normal. Shannon goes, I'm already in the waiting room. I'm ready to leave in like 5 minutes. I'm like, Nurse Nancy is fucking up the laptop shit right now. I'm stuck in here with the nurse. And it was just a wild ride. Eventually, she got it all figured out. And then I went to the waiting room. And it was...
So what, they literally have a time on the sticker for your time, and they won't let you leave until, like...
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
Because they give you that 15 minutes to see if, like, you're going to have any reaction or serious reaction to it.
Yeah.
Because if you are, then obviously they need to take action. So
that's what they usually do. When I went to get my physical, I got a flu shot like 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And they usually they say, "Oh, okay. After we give you the shot, you sit here for 15 minutes." And
I didn't know that was
the worst
a thing.
part. It's the worst part for me because I'm just like, why? Can I just go?
It's like, can I call you if I have any issues?
Right. So I was like, I've been getting this shot every year for the past 21 years. Nothing's ever happened. So, but this time, the nurse gave me the shot. She left. The doctor came back in to give me my paperwork, and he goes, all right, let's go. I'll walk you out. And I was like, cool, let's go. I was like, I don't gotta wait 15 minutes. Fine by me.
Yeah.
If I crash, though, it's your fault.
Yeah.
I'm blaming you.
True. But yeah, it was a crazy experience. She was just like, the things that she had to say and then how funny she thought. Now, like, I know that I'm sometimes a funny person. I've been told that several times. I make people laugh. I'm a good, entertaining guy, but I'm not the funniest person I know by any means. Unless you talk to Nurse Nancy, in which case I'm
She
the
had the
funniest.
hots for you.
Yeah, the funniest.
That's what it was.
She goes, "Oh, you can brag to all your friends. You got to hang out with the nurse, with Nurse Nancy, in the room." I'm like, "Yeah, Nancy, thanks,
Bye.
thanks, bitch."
Have a good life. Never gonna see you again.
Oh my god! But she was a character.
Freaking all right, man.
Yeah, and that's my experience. That's all I got. So that's my week in a nutshell. Which I guess was pretty.
Joe goes, I don't have anything.
I didn't think I did, and then I
pulled
forgot.
out 2 stories.
I forgot. I thought it was a pretty normal week, because to me that is a normal week. You know, with the shit I deal with at Disney, it's a normal week for me. Nurse Nancy was not shocking at all.
I forgot I had these glasses on.
Yeah.
Last week I went to this past weekend I went to Brockport. And
place in New York, Sarah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's a place in New York. My friend goes to college there.
Okay.
So I was going up there. I usually go up there like every other weekend. And so, you know, we had quite a few to drink.
Oh boy.
I had I didn't puke. I didn't shit on anybody's floor.
Didn't you?
I'm proud of you, Dave. I'm proud of you.
We shotgunned like 3 times. I had 12 drinks total. But so then we went to bed. And before we all went to bed, the one guy had.
Yeah, I heard it, Sarah.
What?
Dang it!
Her swallow.
I never hear it unless I'm literally focusing.
Yeah.
My one friend Vinny, he brought an air mattress. He usually brings an air mattress, and this thing's like 2 feet thick. Like this is a thick air mattress. Mine is like 6 inches.
Yeah. He's got one of those tall ones.
Yeah. So he's sleeping in that like for like the past 2 hours while the rest of us are playing WWE, screaming as loud as we can.
The video game, or like you were wrestling?
The video game. Okay. He's passed out. We're screaming. Surprised he didn't get up. So then finally we're going to bed. He gets up, and I guess he forgot he was on an air mattress or whatever, and just like fucking falls and smacks his head on a chair. And I like get up. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And it's dark. So we put our flashlights on. And he's like, I'm like, you okay? He was like, what? I was like, are you okay? He was like, yeah. And he just kept saying, yeah. And I was like, bro. And so one of Will's roommates was like, all right, are you going to the bathroom? He was like, yeah. I'm fucking dying. He was like, all right, let's go. We'll get you some water or whatever. And then the next morning, he was like, I fell last night, right? Because my head hurts. He was like, I touched my head and it felt like there's a bruise back there or something.
Jesus.
I was like, yeah, you fell hard, dude. But before he woke up, I woke up before him, and I had to take a shit. So I don't want to use their bathrooms because 1, I plugged it the one time. 2, very thin walls.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to wake anybody up.
Yeah,
Not
you don't
that
know
I'm
what
like
kind
loud.
of shit it's gonna be. Yeah.
Not that I'm like loud in the bathroom or something, but like, but it's just, but like in case I don't want to stink up their bathroom.
Yeah.
But in their building, they have 3 floors, and there's also just like a main bathroom in like the common area to use.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I grabbed their keys, one of their sets of keys, because I was like, I need to get back in the room because it locks, obviously.
Yeah.
And I just walked out, and I had no shoes on, no mask.
And so you're going into the bathroom shoeless.
There's no shoes into a common room college bathroom.
I had socks on.
Okay.
It's not a college like dorm room. It's like an off-campus like apartment.
Oh, okay.
Apartments.
Still.
It was all right, you know, carpeted floors, whatever.
Oh, you're fine.
So I'm walking, and I can't remember where this bathroom is quite well. and I'm like hungover. So I'm walking around. I was like, oh, I think it's on the second floor. So I go down, and I'm like, now when I come down to the bottom stairs, it's like I open the door to the hallways, and it's like you can go this way or you can go that way. And I'm like, let's pick one. I think I looked out the window. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's this way. So I started walking. I come up to this door, and I'm looking in there, and I'm like, this doesn't look familiar. I think I went the wrong way. I was like, maybe it is on the third floor. So, and he's on the third floor.
Yeah.
So I go back up to the third floor. I walk the same direction that I went when I was on the second floor, and I look. I'm like, okay, this kind of looks familiar. And I see the elevators, and I see like a water fountain, and I'm like, I think the bathroom's over there. But like, I look at this door, and I'm hearing something clicking above me. And I look up, and there's a motion sensor, and I'm like, what is this? I was like, am I going to set off an alarm if I open this door? Because they have metal like magnets to unlock the doors.
Yeah.
When they come into the building itself. So I was like, I backed up and it stopped clicking. I walked forward, it started clicking. I was like, okay, so it's definitely a motion sensor type thing. My hands are like
hungover,
here.
just walking back and forth at a door.
No, like just socks on, no mask. I'm literally, I have my shirt like this, pretty much, in case. And I was like, nobody's up at fucking 8:30 in the morning in college, so I'm like just walking around, whatever. And I was like, no, what? I'm just gonna fucking hold it. I'll be fine. So I start walking around. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking hold it. So I walk back to the door, and I'm like,
and you risk it. You're like, fuck it. If I set up an alarm,
I was like, if I set off the alarm, whatever. I was like, I don't think so. I see on the other side of the door, I see the magnet thing where you put the whatever that is, the key to unlock the door. I'm like, oh right. They don't care who the fuck is going out of the building. They care who's coming in, right? So it's like, so where I was going was like, you can get to that if you don't have a key because it's just like the main elevator, the main entrance, whatever. But if you want to get to where like everybody's living, you have to have the key.
The key card.
So like the mailman can get into the common place, whatever, blah blah blah. So I'm like, right, okay. I was like, I should be able to open this door then without setting anything off. So I open the door, nothing happens, close it, it locks, whatever. I go through, I'm like, okay, go to the bathroom, come back out. And I'm like, let's hope this, I was like, in my head, I was just like, everything that could happen will happen. I feel like in my head, something like,
yeah, Murphy's Law.
Let's just hope this key works. For some odd reason it doesn't. In my head, I'm like, this is gonna fucking work. Hit it, turns green, open the door, fucking loudest door I've ever heard in my life. I swear to God. Go back upstairs, go back to bed.
How long did this whole process take you?
I honestly think I was like walking around the building for like 10 minutes before.
Jesus Christ.
Because I was like, I didn't know first of all, I didn't know which direction it was, what floor it was on.
Isn't there a bathroom on every floor?
I do there is now. But when I was there,
right now,
didn't know then.
After Dave's incident, there is now.
When I was there, like I don't know, a few months ago, we were in like they had like a pool table, a ping pong table.
Yeah, the game room.
They have like a couple TVs, whatever. So it's just like the lounge.
Yeah.
And there was a bathroom there. That's the only bathroom I knew about, and this was like the most common area. So I figured it has to be on the second floor because that's just like the common area type thing. Yeah. So the bathrooms are going to be there. I didn't know it was on third and second floor or first floor. So that's why I went to the second floor first and looked around. Then I walked back up the stairs. Then I was about to walk back to their apartment. Then I was like, you know what? I should open the door because I'm not going to hold it. If the fire alarm goes or alarm goes off, then
what would you have done, Dave, if the alarm went off?
I would have shit my pants. literally would have shit my pants if an alarm started going off.
And this story would have been very different.
Yeah.
I probably would have just taken the elevator, dropped a deuce in there, and walked off. Like, I'm out. It wasn't me.
Oh,
somebody
my
took a shit
Lord.
in the elevator. Tried to, yeah. I was like, oh my God. So, but it was just like, everything was like at max like threat level because I was hungover.
One, you're hungover. Two, you got a shit.
So I'm like sweating from the hangover and having the shit. I was like, oh my God. And then I had to drive home. I was fine. Like I didn't leave till noon, so I fell asleep for like another 3 hours. But the drive home, I was just like, I got to, I don't know, I think I was like 20 minutes away from home, and I stopped at this rest stop. One, because my check engine light was on, which it was on before I left. You never stopped? I mean, I wasn't going to.
I drive until it's a problem.
Until your tire falls off, and it's like,
my check engine light's been on for almost a year.
Yeah,
I know what the problem is, but I'm not getting it fixed because I don't have the money.
I have to sneeze.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Thank you. Man, I felt that in the throat.
Yeah, it was a deep.
It was a meaty sneeze.
When I was leaving, I had to sneeze again.
Oh, this is gonna be meaty.
Oh no!
No, it's not coming. This one's not. Oh.
Maybe I'm getting sick. COVID again.
COVID round 2.
When I was leaving for Brockport, it was on, and I was like, "Well, shit, I gotta fucking go," you know.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was just oil, so I dumped some oil in there. It turned off. You know, I was like, "All right, fine, let's go. If it turns back on, fuck it." So I left. Whatever. On my ride home, stopped at the thing, checked it. I turned my key a bunch of times. It finally turned off. I literally just kept going like this, and then it turned off. I was like, "All right, we're good." But I had to go in there and splash some water in my face because I was like, I gotta fucking wake up here, fucking do something. Got some gum. My mouth tasted like ass.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring my toothbrush.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
It was. Oh, that's the other thing too. While we were there, so we shotgunned 3 times, right?
Okay.
The first time we videotaped all of them, by the way, because you have to.
Yeah.
But the first time, so we've already been drinking. We were like shotgun, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I should. You know, I don't want to go too crazy.
Tate doesn't want to get too far this time.
But I was like, yeah, of course I'm gonna do it. Whatever.
Because you're not a bitch.
But the guy who, Vinny, who had the 2-foot sleeping air mattress,
2-foot sleeping mattress.
He was like, open up the toilet because I probably gonna puke after I do this. And I'm like, oh god. So we shotgun to the song.
You did it to a song?
Yeah, every time. Pour some sugar on me, baby. Maybe.
Good
I think
song.
so. That might have been the second one. I think it was the first one. But either way, so we do it. He turns around. So we're like in like the bathroom, not in the bathroom, but there's like a little hallway, the sinks and everything. We're right there, mirror. We do it.
You know, your average bathroom layout.
Yeah. So it's me, one of Will's roommates, Vinny, and then Will's just standing behind there just watching. Oh no, maybe he's doing it too. I don't know. Either way, he does it. He turns around, coughs twice. He just does like a huh. You know, I can't really cough. I can't really cough, well, fakely.
Yeah.
Whatever. But he does that, coughs twice, and then you just hear a plop. And I look down and they're fucking puking down there. He just standing up, coughs twice, the third cough, puke comes out. And I was laughing for a solid minute and a half. Crying. Because he just was I've never like if I have to puke, I'm on the ground. Like
yeah, it's like I'm hugging the toilet.
I'm like, oh my god, I don't feel good. But he was just and then just continued. He shotgunned 2 more times after that.
Well, because you know what it is.
It's a boot and rally.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because like if you shotgun something and that immediately comes, like that's the only thing that's coming back up is that is that only shotgun. And you're like, once you get that back out, you're like, all right, well, let's replace it.
Might as well do another. Yeah.
So.
I boot and rally everywhere.
Yeah, you should probably not do that so much, Sarah.
Well, just not so much anymore. Like when I was going to the bar, like in the bar bathroom.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, when things are actually back to normal, and like I know we've been saying that for over a year now. Yeah. But like when things are actually back to normal, no masks, no social distancing, bars are packed again. I'm fucking going hard.
It's got to be like a COVID celebration.
Yeah, I'm going to drink my brains out. I'm going to get so fucked up. It's not even going to be funny. Like I mean, it'll be so funny that it's just like, it'll be insane. Like back to like when I first started drinking, or for like freshman, sophomore year of college, getting fucked up every goddamn night. That's going to be me when COVID's finally over. Just
I feel like it's going to be definitely going to be everybody.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, 100%.
Every bar in America is going to be packed with people.
Yeah, they'll make their money back in no time.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Especially if they charge even if they put like $10 a shot, people are gonna be like, you know what?
Go ahead, up the prices. I got money just sitting here now.
Here's all my stimulus checks for you.
Yeah. Been saving up for something. Not a new car. Not a fucking part for my computer. It's the bars.
All of the drinks. That's crazy.
God.
So yeah, that was my past weekend.
Yeah, I'd say it was pretty eventful weeks for me and Dave. So Sarah, you really don't have anything special, do you?
Well, something weird happened yesterday, but it wasn't like happened to me. I just like saw it happen and I was like, it's fucking weird. And it made me mad because it was a person on a bike.
Yeah. You have no idea in the past 3 weeks how many people on bikes I have seen on the road. I sent you that picture.
Yes.
Like, I was going to send you a video, but my mom was in the car with me and I was driving and she was freaking out that I was taking a video while driving. So she was screaming at me in the video and I go, I'm not going to send this to Sarah. But you would have thought that was hilarious.
So I was driving home from work yesterday. I actually, when this happened, I tried to take a picture and tried to take a video, but I couldn't get my phone to like work fast enough for me to do it. And I said, if they asked me to be on the podcast, I definitely should tell this story. And so I was parked in front of the post office because I have to like mail out like certain things. What did I do? Something?
Dave was like,
the post office. I have to mail out like all these like notices and packets and stuff for work. So the post office was closed. It was after 5:00 and I parked in front of them and I'm like hucking all of these letters into the mailbox outside. And I turned to go back to my car and there's this kid, like probably like 12, 13, 14, like child riding his bike down. So like there's like a town area where I live, like there's like a bunch of store. It's like the center of town and there's a bunch of stores and you can park on both sides, but it's still like a road and it's a whole thing. And so
like your average town center.
In the center of town, this kid is riding his bike down the double yellow lines.
Bold.
But not only is he just riding his bike on two wheels? No. He's popped a wheelie on one wheel, riding his bike down the double yellow line in the center of town.
That kid's got bigger balls than I do.
I said,
not that I have big balls, but
I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I was like, this can't be real. And so he does it all the way down the center of town, down the main avenue.
He was holding it for that long?
Yes.
That's impressive.
So bananas. I was like, this can't be real. And so I see him then ride back on the sidewalk and he does it all over again. I was like, what are you doing?
I don't get how people can do that.
I don't know.
Because like people on motorcycles
will
hold a motorized
bananas.
Heavy bike.
Yeah.
Just
I don't get it.
You know, and I'm
crazy.
Like, how are you doing that? Going like 50? Like, what if you just tip backwards? You're fucked.
No, you're dead.
I do have to commend the kid. He was wearing a helmet, so I do commend him for that.
Bravo, this 12, 13, 14-year-old.
But I just couldn't believe it. First of all, he was like riding next to the cars, and I was like, "Oh, you're such an idiot," and like it pissed me off. And then he started doing this, and then I was like, "Oh, you're dumber than I thought you were."
Yeah, really. Like if he falls over, how busy is this road?
I mean, like it's not like cars are constantly
zooming by. What's the speed limit? Like 25?
Yeah,
probably 30.
But like,
I mean, if you get hit at 30 miles an hour, you're dead.
And like there's cars, like everybody, like nobody has brains, like they swing their doors open into like oncoming traffic. They just like don't give a fuck. Like nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm like, you're a stupid bitch. I always honk my horn at them, and then I have to remember that
You're
I'm
a stupid
driving.
bitch.
And then I have to remember I'm driving in the town that I live in, and I probably shouldn't do that. But I was just like, what are you doing? Why? What? I had no words. I was so mad. I just couldn't believe it.
It's been happening a lot down here recently. I don't know if there's like a big bike event coming up, but everybody and their mother has been out on bikes on the road lately, and I'm just like, get the fuck.
You're not a car. You're not a car.
I was gonna say it's getting warmer, but you live in Florida.
Yeah, it's always warm. It is getting warmer.
The other thing, it's kind of synonymous with the bikes, but I don't like when people who ride motorcycles cut in and out of traffic on the highway.
Neither do I.
Drives me
freaks
nuts.
me out. I mean, whether I'm riding a motorcycle or not riding a motorcycle, I'm like,
like
I don't want to be like.
I was in traffic not too long ago, and there was a guy that was just like in between the cars, just on his motorcycle, and I go, "You fucking asshat!" I'm like, not only does it piss me off because
it's so dangerous,
it's stupid, but like that guy, like people on motorcycles get hit all the time because people just don't pay attention to them.
Yeah,
and like that's
if
exactly what they're gonna do.
And you don't see them,
some idiot in a car is gonna just fucking find an opening and slide over and murder that guy on the motorcycle.
I mean, I think it's different if they ride in the like breakdown lane, like the shoulder. Like if there's traffic and they just like want to get off, like go ahead, dude, do your thing, ride in the shoulder. But like, don't.
I don't know what the I don't know what the word I'm trying to look for, but it is legal for motorists to like split the lane.
Really?
Oh, really?
In some states.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like, I would think like California, they probably don't give a fuck. Florida, they probably don't give a fuck.
Probably. There's not even a helmet law down here.
Right.
Really?
Yeah. In Pennsylvania, there's no helmet law either.
Yeah.
But I don't know what. Like, I don't know if you can do it like the whole way. But like, if you come up to a red light and everybody stop, I think I know you're allowed to split the lane.
Yeah. Huh.
But I would never do that.
Yeah, it's just risky. Like, you don't know what the cars are going to do. Like, anything could fucking happen. Right. Speaking of crazy drivers, not that this was really crazy, but I was driving to work yesterday, and I was in no rush. I left with plenty of time. I got time. I was going to stop at Wawa, get some coffee before work. I got nothing
but time. Wawa coffee hits different.
Fucking delicious.
It's so good.
So good. I love it.
When I lived down there, my roommates and I would go, and I would get like 2 iced coffees and with no ice, but like keep them in the fridge, and I would take them to work with me the next day.
Delicious. Absolutely
so good.
Best fucking coffee in the world. Right up there with Tim Hortons.
Never had that.
Well, we'll make that happen. But anyways, so I was driving to work. I was in no rush, and I was annoyed because there was a cement truck fucking driving down like residential roads, which is like the way I take some of the side streets to work. And I go, why do you need to go this way? Like, stick to the main roads if you're a fucking giant truck that has fucking cement rolling in your back, or concrete, or whatever it's fucking called. It's concrete, I don't know. Regardless, fucking if you're a giant truck that can't go the speed limit or 5 over, stay on the main road. Get the fuck out of my way. So I was annoyed by that. But then I noticed, as we were turning off of one side street to another, where there were then 2 lanes that I could pass this guy, that the bitch behind me was in quite the hurry. And she was on my asshole.
That makes me want to drive slower.
Yeah, so exactly what I did. I went, I don't need to pass this guy anymore in the truck. Slowed way the fuck down, just kept even with him the entire time. I was now the guy in the truck being the asshole. And she is behind me, raging out. Right on top of me. I could see her clear as day in my rearview mirror. She was freaking out. And I go, nice casual drive. And I know she's making the next right turn that I have to make onto the next side street where there is only 1 lane. So I speed up a little bit, get ahead of the truck, but not enough where she can pass, and then get in front of me again. So I go up to the stop sign, and I stop at the I never stop at the stop sign. I do a rolling stop and then make my right turn. Because, it's a right turn at a stop sign. There's no...
Yeah.
Just go. But I stop, and I go, good to go. Make my right turn. And immediately, without hesitation, she floors it through the stop sign and speeds around me. A double yellow line floors it. And I speed up. Now, granted, my car is not fast, but I speed up as fast as I possibly can. She was doing in a 35 at least 70 miles an hour.
Oh,
and I go,
shit.
fuck. And I did 75 to catch up to her.
Oh my
So
God,
I
you're
floor
so
it. She
stupid.
gets in front of me, and I go, fuck this bitch. And if I have the opportunity, I'm going to get around her and go slow again. So she floors it, and she catches up to another car that's like all the way down the other end of the road. But this guy is doing the speed limit. So he now, where the speed limit changes from 35 to 40, he's doing 40 exactly. So now she's stuck right on his ass. And I catch up right up to her, and I'm right on top of her. And she, again, I can see her now in front of me, freaking the fuck out on this guy. So we get up. Now we make the next left turn. And she, again, now it turns into 2 lanes again. And she just, boom, gone. Had to be going at least 80 this time.
Oh, shit.
40 miles an hour, had to be going at least 80. And I tried to catch up to her, but she was gone like the wind. And I was making a left, she was making a right because I was going to Wawa. So, but I was like, if this bitch is going to Disney, because she got into like the lane that I would go to Animal Kingdom, I go, if she's going, I'm finding her car in the parking lot and like
slashing her tires.
Yeah, doing something. I was like, I'm gonna key her car. I memorized her license plate, so
don't say it.
I'm not. But if I see her again, I'm fucking. I'm doing some shit. And it's like, she didn't do anything wrong to me. It's not like she like cut me off or anything.
Yeah.
But it's just because she was in a hurry. Yeah, I was like, nah, fuck you. Like, you're not in a hurry anymore.
Well, I've done that. I think you told the story on the podcast. I don't remember if it was last week or the week before. Again, was like a road rage story. And I think I texted you, Joe, when I was listening to it. And there was one time that I was stopped at a red light, and someone honked at me as soon as the red light turned green, like
this was when
nanoseconds.
Jasmine was on.
Yeah, literal nanoseconds after the light turned green. I was in no rush. I had nowhere to go. I sat there through the whole green light.
Yeah.
The lady behind me was so mad, and I was like, I got nowhere to go.
Yep. And the thing is like, that's
why the light turned green the next time. She didn't honk at me, and I said, "Fine, I'll go now."
And that's why, like when I was like learning how to drive, my dad was like very like adamant about when you stop at a light, don't be right on top of the car in front of you. Like, make sure you can still see the road in front of you, because if something happens and you need to get around that car, if you can still see the road, you have plenty of space to get around them, no problem. And he said in case of emergencies you have to get around them, but now I know it's in case they're being an asshole and they're stuck at the light and they're not moving, you can get around them. So
yeah.
But if somebody beeped at me the second the light turned green, absolutely I am sitting there.
Hey,
because
well,
usually I get beeped at because I was looking at my phone changing the music, the light turned green, I didn't notice it, and I go, oh fuck, sorry. But like if I'm watching the light goes green and I go Burr, and somebody's like, oh my god, sit there.
Yep. There was one time this lady flipped me off, and I'm a big advocate for flipping the bird when you're driving. I do it all the time.
Oh, I'm like, fuck you!
This lady flipped me off first, and my instinct kicked in, and I just went,
you're such a loser!
I was like,
you got her.
Like, she put it down, and she was like, what?
I swear to God, a comedian has talked. I think a comedian, I don't remember exactly, either you've told me this story before or a comedian has talked about this before, where they like, I just give them the thumbs down because like, that's like, they feel so bad. Yeah, it hurts. It hits them where it hurts. So it was either you telling me that story,
she put hers down and she was confused, and then I flipped her off right back.
Yeah.
I was like,
fuck, you're like, bad. You're bad. And then fuck you, bitch.
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, thumbs down to a middle finger is the same as I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. I
think her kid was in the car, so I was like calling her a disappointment for doing it in front of me. Like, wow. Great example. Like, awesome. And then I just did it right back. I was like,
yeah, you're like, fuck you, bitch. God, that's funny.
The one time I was going 45 in a 40. right? So I'm already going 5 miles over.
Yeah.
This guy's on my ass. I'm like,
Mhm.
listen, I don't know what you want me to do. Okay, it's 40. I'm going 45. I'm going over the speed limit. You don't have to be on my ass. Okay.
Yeah.
So now he's on my ass for maybe like 30 seconds. Nah, 20 seconds. And I'm like, okay, so obviously you're in a rush. I'm not speeding up. There is a car in front of me. So I just tap my brakes.
I give him a little brake check.
A little brake
Get
check.
the fuck off. He stayed away for the rest of the I don't know where I was, but I was like, yeah, you fucking dick.
You know what I
doing.
do when somebody brake checks me? I'm ready for it all the time because I know that it's a thing. Because I took a defensive driving course after I got pulled over one time. So I know that brake checks happen. So from that on, I go, oh, okay, if I'm riding somebody's ass, you best believe that my foot is hovering over the brake, ready to just, if need be. So, and that's every time somebody always brake checks, and I just go, yeah, fuck you, bitch, and I speed right back up. I go, you're not catching my ass.
There's gonna be a day when we get a call. Yeah, Joe's in the hospital.
Joe's in an accident.
New York,
He got brake checked, and he's a fucking dumbass.
Florida's a no-fault state, though.
Hmm?
Florida's a no-fault state when it's an accident.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Meaning, like, they can't blame the person in the back?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not true at all.
I'm pretty sure it is, because when I had a traumatizing experience during my program in the Dunkin' parking lot, and then this really nice stranger was very nice to me. He was like, Florida's a no-fault state anyway. I don't know if that man was just trying to be nice because I'm sobbing in my costume for work in the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot, but he was like, it's a no-fault state. Even if he called the cops, he wouldn't get in trouble. And I was like, okay.
So how does anybody get in trouble with accidents then?
I don't know.
Everyone's just like, oh, you're fine. It's Florida. We'll just get a new one.
I don't know. I'm going to look it up because he told me it was a no-fault state.
I mean, I'm sure there is a meaning to that. That's more advanced than what we think it is.
Maybe it's just like,
I think it might have been because of like my situation. This guy, like, so I was parked in a parking spot, and my old car was like a bit taller, so I couldn't. And this guy's car was really low, and he like wasn't parked in a spot. He was like parked really fucked up in front of the Dunkin' Donuts, and I like tapped his car when I was backing up, and he like got out of the car and was like screaming at me, and I was crying, and he was like, and I was like, sir, like you parked your car there, like you shouldn't have parked there. And he was like, I'm gonna call the police. So I'm sobbing now.
Of course, yeah.
Florida is also a no-fault car. Oh, so your car insurance wouldn't go up.
Yeah.
Here it is.
So it is your fault, but your car insurance will not go up.
Which means if you're injured in a car accident, your legal options are often limited.
What I'm seeing, I clicked on the question, what does it mean that Florida is a no-fault state? It says, Florida is a no-fault state. Florida being no fault means each driver's insurance pays for their own medical bills, no matter who causes the collision.
There we go.
So it's like your insurance is paying for you, no matter who's it. Like even if it's your fault, or
your insurance will pay for you.
Their fault, their insurance isn't paying for you.
But the thing is my insurance is in New Jersey, so
same. I got New York insurance, but also like my insurance doesn't cover a jack shit. So
I don't know what mine covers. I don't really know.
Mine covers like the basic cost of the car. Like I pay $100, not even, for car insurance a month. So like it's dirt cheap. So I got like the most basic shit there is.
Fuck, what do you pay? What do you have?
Geico.
I pay $76.
What?
I pay $76.
The fucker? Who do you have?
Geico.
Fuck!
Maybe it's because
I have Allstate, but I don't know how much it costs.
Maybe it's because you had to take a driver's course.
No, that helps. If you take a defensive driving course, that lowers your insurance.
Does it really?
Oh yeah.
You think I can do it online now?
I feel like that would take it. That would be.
I mean, if you get into an accident and like your car's fucked and you have to use your insurance.
Oh, so it's not just like you do this and it already gets
lowered?
No,
you can't. Like if you just go and sign up for defensive, like on your insurance website, you should be able to like look for links. Like they'll offer like online courses, and they'll take off like a fuck ton of money. I actually I just found out that I can get a discount of like it's like $30. So like my price will probably drop if I'm a good student, which means having a GPA of like a 3.0. And I wasn't going to bring this up on the podcast, but I'm very proud of myself, so I'm going to bring this up on the podcast. I just got my grades today for my first term, which officially ended last Sunday, or this past Sunday.
Oh, it's a meaty cough.
For the first time ever in my life, I have a 4.0 GPA.
Wow!
I got an A in both my classes. It's only two. Oh, thanks. I got an A in both my classes. Now it's only 2 classes, so it's not a lot, but like it's still an A in both classes and a 4.0 GPA. So, whoa! Which also means I can get a discount on my insurance.
Nice. Look at you.
Yeah. Shout out Geico.
Not Geico give a fuck
Shout out White
about school grades.
I don't know. Also, can you get rid of that clap? It's still there. Thank you.
I hit it a bunch of times because I wanted it to stay for forever.
I appreciate that.
Look, I can give you a thumbs up.
Oh, okay. But that's all I got on that.
I thought it used to cover the whole screen.
No.
I wish it did that.
That was on Skype, Dave.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
that was on Skype.
That's where the more reactions are.
Yeah. Well, do we want to hop into trivia?
Yeah.
Sure.
Joe, you gonna share my?
You should be able to.
Look at this guy.
Prepared.
Oh yeah, Sara already shared something.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, why don't you pick a
number? Give me a range.
Fucking 21 to 23.
13. Oh fuck!
What?
I said 13. 21.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Crayola crayons are named for the French word for what?
I feel like this is obvious, right?
Crayola crayons.
It must be.
Are named for the French word for what?
So is crayon French or is Crayola?
Crayola. I think it's Crayola.
Crayola. Dave, this is also the first. This is the new week.
Yeah.
It starts it.
A Crayola crayon.
Crayon. When people say crayon. Go fuck yourself.
Wait,
Sarah, what
crayon?
Would you say? You say crayon?
Crayon.
You fucking bitch.
How am I supposed to say it?
It's a crayon.
Oh my god! Fuck out of here.
It is. It's a Crayola.
Crayon.
Like, technically speaking, if you look at the word,
it is a crayon. But also, who says crayon? Can I have a crayon? Can I have a crayon?
That's why the English language is
a red crayon.
No, a red crayon. I understand that most people do say crayon, and this is probably like a Buffalo thing again. But I feel like even people from Buffalo, maybe it's just a Sharky thing.
No.
Wait, Joe.
No, there are definitely people who say crayon.
Joe, it's today, yesterday, and what's the other one?
Tomorrow.
Yesterday. Oh, you don't say it the same anymore.
What?
You always say tomorrow.
I say tomorrow, not tomorrow. I say tomorrow.
You always said it the way I just said it. Tomorrow.
People always say, like, you say car weird too, and I don't.
Yeah, you do say car. Sure.
No, I say car.
People
was like, you say car.
Car.
No, I say car.
Car and tomorrow.
You're liars, both of you.
No, we're saying it the same fucking way you are. Tomorrow and car. I thought you were going to try and say that I say, like, tomorrow or something. Fuck those people who say tomorrow. Anyways.
One of the Duggars just got arrested.
Isn't that like
the what?
Isn't that like the
19 kids and counting?
25 kids and counting now?
19 kids and counting.
Well, it makes sense. You can't keep track of all of them.
Yeah. Anyways, I put my answer down. Are we good?
Yeah.
Sarah, Dave, are you ready? We got too distracted by the fucking tomorrow and car argument.
I mean,
fuck you, Sarah.
Car.
I'm just gonna. I don't know. I guess I'm a fucking idiot, but all right.
I don't know if I'm right.
Sarah, what's your answer?
I took French, and I don't even.
I also took French.
I said color/colorful.
I said color.
I said wax.
Interesting take.
It's probably color.
Cray comes from cray. The French word means
chalk. I feel like wax is closest to chalk.
Not even.
I feel like I have to agree because it's like the element.
It's a material.
Yeah.
Or we can do another one, Dave.
Yeah, I'm not giving Joe that one.
All right. I mean, technically, it's Sarah's choice. She is the
Sarah's choice, but like chalk and wax are completely opposites.
Yeah, but
so is color and chalk.
I get that, but fuck, color and chalk or fucking wax and chalk.
Okay, go 13 this time.
3, 6, 9, 12, 13. What 2005 movie got its title from a slang term for a U.S. Marine? What 2005 movie got its title from a slang term for a U.S. Marine?
What do you call a U.S. Marine? What do you call a Marine? What are the Marines called?
A fucking... I mean, I feel like mine's more of a yeah, this is not the name of a movie.
I don't want to offend anybody.
How about we just go to the next one? What's the most common street name in the United States?
Okay, well, I was gonna say like Lugnut for the movie
Click it.
one.
Jarhead. Oh shit, Dave! Good job. That's pretty close in my opinion.
Say, it's like something stupid. It's like
I never would have.
I've heard that
it.
before, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Most common street name in the United States? Come on, this is a dumb one.
No, I think it's difficult.
All right.
Now I know the street that we live on, Dave, is pretty common.
What
I don't think it is.
I don't think it's the most common though.
Okay.
What is it?
The street we live on is Clinton Street.
I don't think that's the most.
Yeah, just tell everybody my fucking address, eh?
I'm putting.
I put my answer.
All right, I'm locked in. Sarah, what's your answer?
2nd Street.
I just said fucking Main Street.
It's probably Main Street's good. I put Park Street.
I never would think Park. I would probably a number street, honestly.
It is probably a number. Park! Oh, fuck yeah! Let's go!
Oh my lord,
what?
Park?
Oh, shit!
Who the fuck uses Park?
Holy fuck!
You know what?
Oh my god, my heart is racing right now.
This is rigged, you know?
That is insane.
Wild.
That is insane.
I definitely think that's one of the most dramatic trivia reveals ever on the pod.
I am Googling how many
Park streets are there?
I wonder if they just mean using the word park, like Park Avenue.
Well, yeah, it's like Park Avenue,
Yeah.
Park Street, Park Lane.
Well, fuck that. It said street.
No, it said street name. The street is the noun.
I don't care. I'm taking it.
If it said Avenue, I would have picked Park.
Yeah.
Park
I
Lane,
cannot
Park
believe
Street.
what I wrote down first was Parker. I was gonna put Parker Lane or something like that, and I go, no, let's just shorten it to Park.
Yeah.
I am literally amazed right now.
Wait, I have a side question that I've wondered for a while.
What's that?
Okay, but this is some bullshit because, side note, I looked up what is the most popular street name in the U.S. Did I type in? Oh, I did type in the U.S. and it says 2nd.
You cheated? Did you say
No.
you cheated?
Oh, she just looked it up now.
I just looked it up now. But maybe they meant it in the world.
No, it said United States, isn't it?
I don't know. Go back to the question, or did you already X out of it?
Common street name in the United States.
Well, listen, the website
The trivia did say.
And this one says Park, the website I'm on.
Oh, okay. So I have false information.
Wait, what?
Why
question
would
is,
2nd be more popular than 1st?
I don't know. It was just my gut instinct.
I mean, that's a good instinct. It's probably the 2nd most popular.
2nd.
So this one.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
In Alabama, the most popular is dogwood.
Interesting.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The fucking Southerners.
Alaska is 2nd.
Alaska. What about New York?
New York, California is.
I feel like Sycamore could be up there somewhere.
Sycamore's got to be high. Probably not as high as we think.
No.
Dogwood
I'm
in
shocked
Georgia
that
too.
Main Street isn't higher up.
Illinois
Main
Indiana
Street's got to be
Park.
like top 10.
For sure.
What am I looking for? New York. Wait, I just passed Massachusetts. Park.
In New York?
No, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Missouri Park.
New York, Dave.
I know. I'm past. They're in alphabetical order.
Alphabetical
New
order.
Jersey Park.
Interesting.
New Jersey's Park.
New York Park. North Carolina
What about,
Dogwood.
what about Florida? Go back up.
Yeah, how come I didn't see that one?
Florida's going to be like some stupid
Second.
bullshit.
Orange.
Oh, Florida's second.
Yeah, a lot of there's first or second park. A few of them have first. Some had some weird ones. Dogwood. I don't know who the fuck uses Dogwood. Like 3 states
I've
use
heard of it.
Dogwood.
The
Yeah.
South uses Dogwood.
Fucking weirdos. Yeah. Yeah, park.
Pretty cool. Damn. That's incredible. The fact that I just
That's
got
wild. Literally wild.
that. Yeah.
Wait, I have a question.
Another one? Go ahead.
I haven't asked it yet.
You asked the previous question, didn't you?
I said, side note. My question is, where does the name Cookery Shuffle come from?
Have we never revealed that on the podcast?
No.
I think our number one fan would know if we did.
That's true, yeah.
Our number one listener. I don't know if she's a fan, but
I am a fan.
Yeah, so I guess there's no reason
If you
to
guys want to keep it a secret, that's fine.
I feel like when we
was
first
just
started the
inquiring.
podcast, we had originally planned on like revealing where the name comes from eventually. And I guess eventually now is as good a time as ever.
You could do like 100th episode reveal.
Just now I thought like, oh, that'd be cool on the 100th episode. But I think what's wrong with 76, 24 episodes away.
I mean, I don't even know, so.
Dave, you don't know?
No.
You weren't there when we created it. I don't think you were, so.
I really just like, Cookery
No,
Shuffle.
so I'll tell you the quick story and then we can wrap things up here. There was a time years and years and years ago, and by years and years and years ago, I mean like 2017.
Yeah, so like 5.
We were hanging out. Yeah, 5 years ago.
4.
2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. 5.
Oh.
No, it's 4 because if you subtract 4, it's 2017.
Okay.
But anyways, so we were hanging out at Ben's house. Ben, used to be a co-host. R.I.P. Ben. We were hanging out, a bunch of us at his house, and we were coming up with like, what are those called when you what is it, an anagram, when you change the letters around to make something else?
Yes, yeah.
So we were coming up with anagrams, and it was in association with something else. There was like a whole backstory that there's no real point to get into. But we were coming up with anagrams, and I wrote down on a piece of paper a thing, like an answer to somebody's question, and then I came up with an anagram for it, and I handed that to them, like with the anagram, and I go, if you can figure out what this is, you'll have the answer. I think I gave it to Jake to give him an answer to something, and we eventually figured it out, or I told him what it was, and Cookery Shuffle Guy is an anagram for hey, go fuck yourself. So when we came
That's so funny.
Yeah, so like I think it was that same night. This may have actually been early 2018 because that's when we started the podcast. So like we were trying to come up with like a name. I go, we should start a podcast or some shit. And we go, what would the name of it be? And I go, we call ourselves the Cookery Shuffle Guys. So like we added the S because like we needed to. But yeah, Cookery Shuffle Guy stands for hey, go fuck yourself.
That's the funniest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's
how we came up with it.
Good. Like that's a good story.
I think so too.
What the shirt we should get a new shirt that says Cookery Shuffle Guy, but then in like a shadow underneath it says go fuck yourself.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
I need that shirt now that I know what that.
Yeah, we'll have to work on some art for that.
That's cool. That's a good story.
Shirt that says go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Anyways, Sarah, where can people find you?
You can find me on my personal Instagram, SaraAAABAYLES. At the Kick-Ass Glass for my mom's upcycled home decor business. We are doing a ton of work on beer glasses, beer shot glasses, and beer candles coming this summer. Citronella candles, so you can keep the mosquitoes away.
Keep those skeeters out of here.
And that's pretty much it. That's all I would say. Just the two.
Now the Kick-Ass Glass, a bit of a sponsor for the shuffle.
For sure. Oh yeah, use code SHUFFLE for 20% off your order.
Yeah, use code SHUFFLE. All those proceeds go to us. Not that we've had anybody use that code yet, but hey, you never know. Anything can happen. Also, you guys, Sarah, we've reached 31 subscribers now.
Ooh.
So you and your mother are doing a giveaway for us.
Yeah.
Which we actually wanted to ask you the kind of this how it all works. Logistics is the word I was looking for. Are we doing? You said 3 shot glasses, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think? Now, granted, you'll probably say it's up to us, but I also want to have your opinion. Should we do 1 person gets 3 shot glasses, or 3 people each get 1 shot glass?
I heard you talk about this on the other pod, and it is totally up to you guys. We don't pack it. We do sell them individually. We don't sell them in sets of 3. So like 3 winners would be cool.
Maybe that could be. Dave, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we are, what am I trying to say here? If we do 3 to 1 person, we're like encouraging alcoholism,
That's a good point.
So I feel
we
like
don't want to encourage alcoholism here on this podcast.
So, if you just got 1 shot, it's not like, hey, if you pour the 1 shot, it's like, all right, that's down. Nah, I don't feel like filling it up again. But if you just fill 3 at the same time, and it's like, well,
I gotta take all 3.
Might as well drink them.
Obviously.
That's awesome.
So 3 winners.
Yeah, we'll do 3 winners, and I think we're gonna do a sort of like Instagram kind of giveaway. So maybe I'll like make up a post if I'll use a picture of the shot glasses if you have them on the Etsy.
Yeah,
I'll throw a picture up on Instagram or something, or a picture of something, and just have people make sure that they're following the Kick-Ass Glass. Make sure that they're following me and Dave. And then they have to share the post. And if they do that and they're subscribed to this YouTube channel, then they are entered to win at the giveaway.
You should make sure that they follow the Shuffle Twitter.
That's right. Yeah, as well. Yeah, the Shuffle Twitter. If they have Twitter. Not everybody has Twitter.
Yeah, I deleted mine, but I still follow the pod.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll figure that out. And once we actually have those shot glasses, we'll do that. So I don't know if you wanted to mail them to people or if you wanted to send them to me.
I'll ship them.
Okay. Well then, perfect. We'll get that post all set up soon. Awesome. Dave, where can people find you? Oh wait, Sarah, what was your eat of the week?
Oh, okay. My mom and I went to this cider house. It's in Rockland. It's called Rockland Cider Works. So I was in New York, and they have like cider on tap, and you can do like a flight. And
this is cider right now.
It's my favorite. So we went there, and they have like it's like a farm too. So they had like a market of like all like local like small businesses. And my mom and I made a little cheese board with from the stuff from the market.
Okay.
A charcuterie board?
A charcuterie board, yes.
Yeah.
And that was my eat of the week.
Very nice. Dave, where can people find you?
Oh, we'll just do some Instagram shout out today, _David Sharkey_ and my eat of the week. Any other socials are on there too, by the way, if you care. No streams though, by the way, because my shit is fucked. As Joey said in the beginning, I think we were recording. I don't know.
I don't remember. Yeah, Dave's stream is fucked right now, so don't follow him on Twitch yet. But once he gets that Streamlabs shit figured out,
you can follow me. It just won't come up while I'm streaming.
That's true.
Not that anybody follows me, anyways. Yes. Anyways, my eat of the week is when I went to Brockport, I always get a chicken finger sub from Wendy's, or not Wendy's.
Wegmans? Are you talking about Wegmans?
Wegmans?
I just remembered a joke. Okay, sorry.
Do you want to tell us the joke?
No, whatever. Joe, do you remember Wendy's?
Go ahead. What is?
Just say it. No, just say it.
What about Wendy's?
Wendy's nuts plopped in your mouth. Oh man, I
was about to say what Wendy's or like Wendy's what, and the second I said that in my head, I go, oh motherfucker.
Okay. Anyways, Wegmans, yeah, chicken finger, buffalo style, onion, lettuce. They mixed up our orders and put tomato on mine. So I just threw those off. They took mine and Will's order and like just
switched them?
smashed them together. No, they didn't just switch them because it would have been a simple, hey, here's yours, here's mine.
Mixed them.
They just completely mixed them.
Yeah.
Like mine was supposed to be toasted, his wasn't supposed to be, but his was toasted, mine wasn't. He was supposed to have tomato, but I had tomato. I got buffalo, and it was just I was like, what the fuck? You guys are dumb.
Sarah, have you ever been to Wegmans?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So you know what heaven is like.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so a good 14-inch chicken finger sub. Ate the whole thing.
That's way bigger than 14 inches.
But yeah, to Joe.
Sounds good. My I was gonna go. Yeah.
Your Google Home is set up. Download the Google Home app on a phone.
Did I say the words "Okay, Google"?
Your Google Home.
Fuck!
I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't. She just hears everything, and she doesn't work anymore because I use my Alexa more often. She didn't hear me.
I have headphones in.
Yeah. Anyways, you can follow me on my photography Instagram at Sharky_photography. I took a picture last week for Earth Day that I didn't upload for Earth Day, so it might go up maybe eventually sometime soon. It's a cool picture. I took it with my drone. It's nice.
Should have posted.
Sharky_photography on Instagram. You can also follow me on my regular Instagram at Secret Agent Sharky. And subscribe to my YouTube channel at Joe Sharky. My each of the week is Shannon and I went to this place called Pizza Press, which is similar to Blaze Pizza, which is Dave essentially a build your own pizza joint.
It's like Chipotle, but for your pizza.
Like Chipotle. It is very, like Moe's or Chipotle for your pizza. And it's fucking amazing. And Pizza Press blows Blaze Pizza out of the water. Pizza Press is so good. I got pizza with red sauce, otherwise known as marinara, mozzarella cheese. And then I got the fucking works on this bitch. I got chicken. I got sausage. I got pepperoni. I got banana peppers. I think that may have been it. And then it went through the oven, and I came out, and I go, "Can I get some
hot sauce,
Italian seasoning on there?" So they put some Italian seasoning on there, and I go, "They had Frank's, which normally they just have buffalo sauce at these pizza places, but they had Frank's red hot sauce, which is my favorite hot sauce ever." And I go, "Give me some of that fucking Frank's," and they just drizzled that bitch all up on that pizza, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And it was amazing. And I got it with a what is it, like a fucking, I got a high C as my drink. It was like a flash and fruit punch or something like that. I don't remember what that's called, what the high C is called.
Yeah.
But goddamn, it was good. I was very happy. So that's my end of the week. As for the podcast, you can follow us on Twitter at CSGPod. That is CSGPOD. Tweeted us what you want us to talk about. Tweeted us some random shit that you feel like tweeting at us. We don't care. You can follow my TikTok at Joe Sharky to watch clips of the podcast. If you came from TikTok and that's where you're watching us, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe. And again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Shuffle Podcast, to be entered. Anybody who subscribes before we put that post up, and anyone who subscribes after we put that post up and within the time frame is entered to win the giveaway for the 3 shot glass, or for one of the 3 shot glasses from Kick-Ass Glass. And you can also subscribe and follow on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, all the Shuffle Podcasts. Anywhere you find your podcast audibly, that's where you can find them. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being our side host as per usual. I feel like from now on, it's just going to be like every third week we're going to have you on. It's like 2 guests and we'll get you on again. 2 guests, get you on again.
Sounds good. I'm ready at a moment's notice, as we found out today. So
yes. So yes, thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us. It's always a pleasure. We'll talk with you guys next week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye, everyone.
See you later.